Hey yard fanatics, listen, you've been trying to figure out how to make your grass survive the stress of the heat. Right now, like I said, we're getting a lot of heat, a lot of no rain right here, and I'm starting to see stress spots in the yard. What I'm going to show you now is what you can do. One particular fertilizer that I like to use the most, specifically made to help your yard survive the stress, is the Yard Mastery 7020. All right, let me show you right here. Heat stress. That's where my septic tank sits, and it is what it is. That tank is not buried deep enough. It's real shallow, and it'll fry out. A lot of times that's the first thing to fry out because the builder didn't bury it deep enough. Stress marks here, along with a lawn fungus that's starting to happen in this yard right here. Now what we're about to apply is going to help your yard recover. Junior's playing right now, but go ahead, cut that whole bag open if you got a big yard, 15,000 square feet. All right, I just cut the whole thing off, guys. I don't cut a little pocket because we're going to use this whole bag. All right, okay, it's going to be two ways to order this. You can order it through Yard Mastery Direct. You can use my link. I have two links, one that helps the channel out, the other one Amazon that helps the channel out. All right, and guys, if you're watching this video and the first thing you say is, oh, he's trying to sell me something, you are exactly right. I am trying to sell you a product that I actually use, not one I just get paid to make videos on. I actually have been using this. Check the records for the last 5-6 years. It is what it is. But first thing you got to do is know your square footage. I'll run through it real quick. This bag covers 15,000 square feet, 3% iron, whole lot of potash. If you look real hard, you'll see a whole bunch of minors and max right here: magnesium, iron, sulfur S, just a whole bunch of stuff, big words that you may not be able to pronounce. Look them up right there. But guys, the most importantly, it's going to provide just a little bit of nitrogen and a whole lot of potash to help your yard with stress from the heat, and it also can help. So if you're unfamiliar with the spreader settings, guys, it's going to be on the front of this bag. I have a Let's Go. We have it on 14, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pour this whole thing in here. I already had a little bit in there, but we're going to pour some more. Just if we can get the whole bag in there, pour. All right, for those hard to reach areas, guys, I made this video a lot of times, but for the new people, always get you an elite hand spreader. All that other battery ones are junk. I've had this for the last 5, I think going on 6 seasons, and when I tell you this thing works, it works. You simply load it up. It does have a dial on the back. They say generally between 25 2,800 square feet. You can dial in the rate that you want it to come out, 1 2 3 4 5. You're gonna have to experiment. Normally I keep mine on 2 or 3. All right, and when you do squeeze it, you got to squeeze this trigger real hard. Right now it's like that, but you have to squeeze it real hard to release the door so all the stuff will So next thing, you need to know how to work your spreader. Guys, I'll say this over and over and over. Width times length equals square foot. So if you got 100 feet one way and 20 feet the wide way, 20 times 100 is 2,000 square feet. That's what these settings are for on your spreader. If you did not know your square foot, but you put it on the setting that they have on the bag, you can push it until you do your entire yard, or you could push it, and if you're not going to run out, you just won't run out, but you'll still get the correct square footage. There's a video link showing you how to optimize your fertilizer. Please watch that if you're not familiar with how to use your spreader to put out fertilizer. Right, one of the harder things is when I don't have one of those, I forgot what they call it, that stops the fertilizer. So I spread mine as is. You gotta watch how you spread your fertilizer. You have to see where that fertilizer is landing. All right, you cannot keep overlapping where you previously put down fertilizer, and you got to know where it's landing. Right now I think Junior doing a border pass, and we're just going to do the front, but you have to know these things to get it to apply right. Now check this out. If you have a Scott spreader and you're out here trying to apply this fertilizer while the grass is moist, that more than likely it's going to leave those streaks. All right, this fertilizer spreader you see, yeah, it costs. It is what it is, but you pay for what you get sometimes. I've had this for 5, going on 6 seasons, never had an issue with it at all. So instead of him walking off, he's gonna do the little border pass right here. All right, and now it's gonna bring it down to where we know that it probably stopped right here. So you need to get that spreader over here just a little bit more right there, and we'll push it and we'll keep spreading it. All right, now these granulars have to be watered in, guys. You cannot just leave this stuff here on the yard. Fertilizer is not going to work, I don't care what anybody say, until it's watered in. You have to water it in. You cannot let it sit there for 3-4 days and it's about to rain and think that it's going to work. It's not going to work. You have to water the fertilizer in order for it to release the ingredients that's going to help promote a healthier growth or a recovery for your Bermuda grass or any lawn. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you a quick tip on how to make this fertilizer work better, just in case you didn't watch that video. If you could water your yard a day or two before to get the ground conducive to take in fertilizer. When you put fertilizer on a dry, crunchy ass lawn and you water it in, you tend to have runoff. So if you could do that a day or two before, you're going to be good. The next thing you need to do is, once it's watered in, I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to tell you. All right, and here's the other secret. When you water this fertilizer in, I want you gotta listen to what I'm telling you in order for it to work the right way. Water it in 2 or 3 times that first week. The second week, water it in 2 or 3 times that second week. After that, go back to your normal watering schedule if you are watering. All right, that's how you activate the fertilizer. You get the soil conducive to growth, and eventually you're going to get great results. Guys, I hope you learned a lot. You're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman. I'll talk to you soon, and make sure you watch one of these other videos. Learn more.